They were once brothers. Their bond was strong. The brothers had each other's backs until it all changed. They had the greatest conquest yet deep in the ancient mountains of Kazalpracht. There was a warning. Do not take the statue, you will be forever cursed. The brothers did not listen and took the statue. They were drawn to its mysterious power and quickly began to fight. The statue broke in two. Each brother got hold of one part. As they were holding the pieces, lights emanated and transformed them into swords. The brothers longed for the other piece, so the fight then and there grew into a long war between two sides that were once one and the same. Who will win? Are they going to kill each other? Or is the whole kingdom going to fall from this stupid fight? It's called Two Brothers.
It's autumn here, and that's great, so that means it's tea time. Anyway, as you can see now, my knights have a little story attached to them, and now they're even more awesome than before. I have to be honest, I underestimated a bit how much work it would take to paint all of the miniatures, but I think it was worth it because now they look like real miniatures. I'm really excited to start exploring more about these two brothers that are fighting, and also to get deeper into wargaming. I needed to make the difference between the two armies obvious whilst having the same type of miniatures. So what better way to differentiate between them and to not get too much into modeling and making a lot more work than I want to for this particular project is to make one army blue and the other red. I think it works because the whole movie industry for lots of years thinks the same. It kind of works. Warm versus cold, etc, etc. Also, as you can see, on the shield of the knights, I put some crests. One was more like a griffin with more details, and the other was a bit more minimalist because I saw some medieval crests and there were some that were only with stripes, and I decided to make different styles of crests because it would enhance how much different the brothers are. And that would reflect on how their armies look like and how they would fight, because I imagine the red one with the more minimalist crest is going to be more passionate, a bit more arrogant, and the other is going to be more of a silent type, more crafty. He's more of an introvert. He's not that openly aggressive. He's more of a tactical guy. I wonder how I'm going to make them mechanically different so you could feel these differences in the way that the two armies fight. You saw the spoilers, so it's safe to say that now you know that there are going to be two leaders of the two armies, and yet again with the same set of miniatures I had to make the two leaders stand out, so it's more obvious that they are the leaders of the army, that they lead and do leader stuff and maybe magic stuff because of the special swords, but that's for another video. For now, I'm going to show you what I did with the leaders and how I made them stand out a bit more. One of the first things in my mind was, of course, I'm gonna put some capes on them. That's what I did. I took some green stuff, I made it flat, stretched it, I cut it into form, and then I put it on to one of the models. I decided it would look cool as a leader. Also, on one of the brothers, I tried to cut his arm and repose it so it looks more forward and more like he's leading his army. And that was more problematic than I anticipated, because I don't know why, but for some reason the plastic that these minis are made of, super glue, almost doesn't work on them. I'm not sure why. It looks plastic, it looks like it would stick easily, but for some reason it's not. I tried with some plastic cement, it didn't go well. Anyway, the solution was more green stuff. I made his arm, so I stuffed his joints where I cut them with some green stuff. It did the job. His arm looks a bit bigger, but I think it's charming, and that's why I left him like this. Also, I was surprised how elevated these miniatures look when you just put a cape on them. Pretty happy about that the easy solution was the right one to do from the first try. I was actually prepared to fail, but what do you know? I didn't, mostly. That's it. I didn't want to go through the same thing with the second brother, so I didn't do it. I just used what I had, like the same mini, just put a cape on it with some green stuff. That was it. I think actually it fit him better because that's the blue guy that's not that aggressive as the other one. A more stand-up pose makes more sense, I guess. And that's also a thing that makes them a bit different. I think I didn't mention, but I shaved a bit of the sides of the helmets that the miniatures had because I wanted to make them a little bit more narrow and so they look taller. I didn't do it much, but I think it's good enough. I struggled a bit with the non-metallic gold, but I think because of the smaller scale, I think you have to be more tight with the reflections. I'm not as happy as I would like to be from these miniatures, but I'm going to try to improve my skills in the future, and I'll probably give it another go just to make it look a bit better. I have one miniature of a little rabbit that was convincing, but it had bigger planes and I think it's easier to work with. You can see it right now. When I was painting the Red Army, I used the same colors for the metal on the armor, and the rest was easy because I just used some reds, a little darker, a little lighter. I didn't want to make it so fancy, so you could easily recreate it yourself if you decided to buy one of these and make an army of your own. Could be something fancier, maybe a purple army. Maybe a third brother is involved. I don't know. The royal families made a lot of children in history. So probably there are a lot more, and we don't know about them. And the statue could be fractured more and more because it probably knows more things than we do. And I'm so excited because now this little project is becoming more interesting by the day when I'm working on it. As you know, other projects are worked on as well, and I'm just me for now, learning how to do it, but so much fun. I'm going to show you some beauty shots so you could see how my progress is going and how things are coming together. If you have any suggestions for some systems that I don't know, besides one-page rules that I said that I'm going to try, which is on the making, because I'm still doing the orc army. Again, I underestimated how much work it's going to be painting a lot of orcs in a little time because I'm eager to do more stuff with wargaming. Let me know if you have played or you know a system that is going to be good with smaller armies. I want to say thank you. If you enjoy what I'm doing, you could subscribe so you could follow along with me in that journey that I'm taking. Thank you and see you next time. Bye!
Let's go, two brothers.